Welcome to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. I'm Mayanna, Berrin.
I'm Mischa, Stanton.
And we have returning to the gummy ship with us a guest that we love. Tell us who you are, guest.
Hi, I'm Oscar. And wow, the gummy ship is much more tolerable now.
Thank you. Yeah, we fixed it. Do you like it? We fixed it a lot.
I do. I love it.
So smooth.
It's so smooth.
So zesty.
It actually has a purpose in the game now. It's fantastic.
Crazy time. But yes, oh my gosh, we are here today to discuss Kingdom Hearts 2.
A lot happens. Oh my goodness.
So much happens.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me your thoughts, friends, about Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, Oscar, did you play Kingdom Hearts 2 when it came out?
Yes, I did. I played it. And, you know, it's everybody's obsessed with Kingdom Hearts 2. And I was one of those people that's like, this is it. This is Kingdom Hearts at its best. Replaying it recently, there are elements that I forgot about entirely. That I was like, and I still enjoyed it though.
Wait, what were the parts you forgot?
I mean, the Roxas part, like that whole first chunk.
Oh, wow.
I like story-wise, but playing it, especially because I played it before, and I was like, I remember the Toontown level and the Pirates of the Caribbean level. And I was like, another day here. Okay.
Okay.
Right,
and this is a little trick that they don't tell you about, but as like a replayer, the real trick is you get to the end of the Roxas part, you save a new save file, and then you can just load up from the end of the Roxas part if you don't like it.
Oh, that's so smart.
Wow. And that is sage advice.
This is what I do because I replay Kingdom Hearts 2 all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Wait, tell me about that.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite Kingdom Hearts game.
Whoa.
The combat is fluid and flexible, but doesn't overwhelm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really great fights in it. They really upped the boss fight. I don't know, like the feeling of epicness in it. I feel like Kingdom Hearts would just like throw you against something big and bad, but Kingdom Hearts 2 always has like a cutscene before it and a music ramp up, and then you get in there and the reaction commands, like it just feels more epic in that way.
Yeah.
So I come back to it all the time.
Hell yeah.
Mayanna, is this your favorite one?
You know, it's funny. I've been reflecting on this. I've been meditating on this. And I think my favorite Kingdom Hearts game might be 358/2 Days.
Yeah. Interesting choice. Bold choice.
I know. Oscar's face.
Is this a video podcast? Can people see my face?
Oh, man. Yeah, I think. But so Kingdom Hearts 2, I really, really like it. And I think it is probably Kingdom Hearts at its best, which is tough considering how many more games we have to talk about.
Yeah, wow. It's crazy how like the third-ish game came out and was like, and this one's rad. And then there were 10 more games and people go, and they get better over time, right?
Yeah.
And they get better? No?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. When we have my brother on the show, inevitably, he told me this over the holiday break. He said part of the reason for all the spin-off games was Nomura wanted Pixar in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. And they're like, it's going to be a while. And he was like, I can wait.
Well,
Okay.
Because he wanted them in 3,
right,
according to my brother, who is a loving Nomura scholar, and he was like, I'll just kill time. I'll just make a bunch of other games and ship those instead, and wait until I can put Pixar in the Kingdom Hearts games.
And if we're doing the plot of the Disney movie for the third time, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Do you remember what happens in Aladdin? No?
I certainly.
Let me tell you again.
Yeah. One more time for the people in the back.
It's like, we have billions of properties. Why do we have to revisit Agrabah again?
Single time.
But
that is the thing about Kingdom Hearts 2. I think it is widely considered one of the best games in the series, if not the best.
I think the fandom consensus is it's the best one.
There is something too where like we've talked about this with our previous recaps, is that like Kingdom Hearts 1 ends on like it has no closure at the end.
No.
Chain of Memories has no closure at the end. Reverse Rebirth has a little bit, but like not full closure. Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably the first game in the series that ends satisfyingly.
Yeah, if they stopped there, it would have been done.
Yeah.
It would have been done. Ended on that little hand putting the seashell back in Kyrie's hand. That's a strong ending image, which we will discuss.
And I think it's satisfying ultimately. Like the story is so satisfying. It's also interesting to me for those of us playing Kingdom Hearts and not playing the sort of satellite other games to get into the lore, because I forgot how much Organization 13 lore is in Kingdom Hearts 2. And if you didn't play the peripheral games, you're like, what?
Why do I care about any of this? Yeah.
Who are these guys?
What the heck?
Who the hell's this guy? Why is he here? Oh man. All right, are you guys ready to hop in? Are you ready to hop into the madness?
Yes, let's do it.
The myth, the legend. Okay, so picture this. You played a PlayStation 2 game a couple years ago, and you were waiting patiently for the next game, and it's on the Game Boy Advance. And you know what? It's fine. It's fine, because you know what? You can play it on the bus on the way to school, you know? And then you can play it again on the bus on the way home from school.
Yep.
But, you know, you're still like, I'm waiting. And then one day, finally, Kingdom Hearts 2 appears, and you buy it, and it's got this cool kind of platinum-y, steely cover, PlayStation, cover.
The cover is beautiful in and of itself. It's like a cloudy background, but they holographically did it it's silver and shiny. It's the mural of everybody like back to back and kind of moody teens.
It's giving,
very that. And it's also giving like, the game grew up with us.
Yeah, Sora, like when you look at the art on the cover, the first thing that's super notable is when Sora is in much darker colors. His iconic red rubber scuba-esque like wakeboard suit. So my theory on it is
it's a romper.
It's a romper. But here's the thing, it looks like it's made out of rubber because he lives on the ocean. Right. You know, I think it's like a bathing suit, basically.
It's like a 1920s one-piece bathing suit.
Or like a wakeboarding, or like a little surfy scuba thing.
Okay, that's yes.
That's my theory on it.
That's
and then
a great
he puts
theory.
His little sweatshirt over it, because he might get cold.
You know how you go to the beach and you wear your wetsuit and your hoodie over it?
Yes. The wetsuit cardigan look really says.
And it's cropped because it's cooler when it's cropped.
Right.
And then your big yellow swim shoes. Those are swim shoes. Let's be honest. Those are swim shoes. Those are shoes for the pool. Think about it.
I feel like those were Crocs before Crocs were Crocs.
Honestly, yes. And so you look at this cover and you're like, wow, Sora's looking a little older. His legs are long. He's taller. Kairi's in a school uniform, a thing we've never seen her in before. And then we've got like Roxas in the corner background, right? And they're sitting not on the heart. They're sitting in front of the heart on this gilded little filigree thing. But it's Sora back to back with Kairi. And then right above them is Roxas, a character that no one has met before.
Nope.
This is Roxas's first appearance. So you have no idea who Blonde Guy is.
Yep.
And then you've got Goofy on the right, Donald on the left, Mickey above them in the Organization 13 jacket. In the enemy coat, which again, if you didn't play Chain of Memories, you also don't have any context for.
Mickey's bad now? They let Disney let Mickey be bad?
Not only did they let Mickey be in more than one sequence in the entire game, he is on the cover art and he looks badass as fuck. How did we get here? And then in the far, far, far back, we have this cloudy sky and we have blue watercolory Diz on the right. And we've got mysterious guy in jacket who I think is supposed to be Riku.
I think so.
But he's too tall to be Riku. So it just looks like a gaslighty kind of like other man. It could be anybody. And that's the cover. And you pop it open. You put that disc ever so gently into your PS2. And you begin with the most like chilling, like, and then we're back, baby. Okay. And we're in a high rendered cutscene and we see Kairi on the beach making her little keychain, and we are like treated to what is a beautiful animated sequence, but also functionally a recap for things that most people probably did not see because they didn't play Chain of Memories probably.
Over the course of 1 3-minute Utada Hikaru song, they do recap not only the first game, but also Chain of Memories in case you didn't play it, an option that they considered when they were making this game.
They consider valid that you see Naminé, you're like, who's she? I mean, if you didn't.
I remember playing it early and being like, oh, I guess I didn't beat the game at 100% because I missed this in the first one.
I missed the part where they run up and down glass stairs in opposite directions from each other. Oh my God. But yeah, so then you're seeing all these scenes, you're kind of getting up to speed and you're like, oh, Sora's kind of in this weird abyss. He flies off. And then we see this new guy, Roxas, and he's diving to the heart. Same thing as Sora. I feel like we've been here before, but the most haunting, visceral little thing is he lands on the dive to the heart, this at the deepest part of the ocean, and the birds fly away. And you're like, oh, we're going to see Snow White. No, we're going to see Sora. And Sora and his friends are on this beautiful stained glass, and we're back, baby. It's begun.
I feel like the first game you land on Snow White, and there's this beautiful Snow White mural in stained glass, and you're like, wow, we're so, like, this game is so meaningful that, like, they venerate Disney's icons.
Yeah, as like angels or
yeah,
myths.
and so, but we get into Kingdom Hearts 2 and it starts out the same way, but with Sora, it's like, oh, now we're mythologizing ourselves. Like, now Kingdom Hearts is becoming its own mythos.
Yes, Sora is the myth.
Yeah.
Well, for Roxas, Sora is the myth.
Right.
I think that, like, Roxas is to, like, Sora what Sora is to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
In that it's like this thing that is revelatory for the journey that is about to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, ooh, we're back, baby. We're fully back. The theme song isn't as good. I'm just
Sanctuary.
sorry.
Yeah, there's a part where she's like,
Yeah, she's speaking backwards. She pulls the thing down, flips it, and reverses it.
But I think it is so the product of its time. Because what year was Kingdom Hearts 2?
I think it was like the very end of 2005, actually, into 2006.
But it is that like mid 2000s sort of like cut and paste collage work of sound. Even when Roxas has those memories as just like snippets of Sora in Kingdom Hearts 1, and it's like
TV
you're flipping
channel.
the TV channel. Yeah. I'm like, that's so 2000s.
Very that.
The presentation is so 2000s.
We were really on the edge of HD TVs and never having to change a channel again.
Yep. Well, so we begin with what is considered by many to be the longest tutorial section ever in gaming anything.
And I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you. I will say, no, listen.
But
when you play Kingdom Hearts 2 as a child, you start the game as Roxas, a completely other character, and you're wondering why you care about him. And they make you care about him, but you're wondering. Yeah. And it is like 3 to 3.5 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
And it's decently long.
5 if you try to raise all the money to go to the beach.
Well, I'll say a couple of things
God.
here. One, when you played on the PS4, like the machine, the walk cycle, objectively faster, I got through it in 2 hours and change.
Yeah, 100%.
Second, I learned on my recent playthrough, you don't have to do all that money.
Oh, I know, yeah.
You don't have to raise all the money.
You don't have to raise any money.
I
You can
certainly
just skip
did not.
it. You can just skip it entirely. Oh my God. Yeah, so you meet Roxas and his friends, Hayner, Pence, and Olette, exclusively in that order.
Pence!
Yeah, talk to me. You were excited about Pence. Talk to me about your Pence feelings.
I love a Pence. Pence, we need to throw respect on Pence's name, everybody.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes,
Pence
please.
is the best dressed character in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my God,
Period.
true. Honestly, his drip. Paint me a word picture about Pence's drip.
Pence has a bandana around his neck, which, again, did I rock that around 2006? You better believe I did. You better believe I did. He's got a basketball jersey, relatable.
That
and it's
says
like
Dog Street.
Dog Street, and it's like a bunch of bones and then like maybe a skeleton of a dog.
It's a bone dog. There's a bone dog chasing other bones. Which are those his legs?
Crazy.
Are those food?
Who
What is that?
designed this? Who said this is the final design for a character? Dog Street?
love him.
Is that a name? What is the name of
Dog Street.
What is that?
Well, so in Japan, a lot of the time, like cool graphic clothes will just be words put together. It'll be like Tower Pizza. You know what I mean? Because it's just like cool to see like weird big words. Yeah.
But Dog Street, the hell? Okay,
Dog
cool.
Street.
And he's got baggy pants, which at the time, if we remember, that was what kids wore. So to me, I definitely saw myself in Pence 1,000%. He's also like, the supportive friend, he's not... He kind of gets bullied on a little bit, not as much as Vivi. Holy cow.
Oh, I know. I just looked this up really quick. Dog Street is a reference to The Bouncer, another Square Enix game.
Of course, The Bouncer. The beat-em-up game, The Bouncer? Wait, worlds are colliding. Worlds are colliding. Get out of here.
I love when games do that.
Bouncer?
Yeah, and I think that was one of Namura's early credits
Of course it
as
was.
well. I think, yeah, he was an artist on it.
Of course.
Yeah,
my gosh.
the bouncer. And the bouncer looks like proto Kingdom Hearts. Like the
100%.
game art, the cover art, we'll post it online. It's, yeah,
Any of those characters look like they could hang with Sora.
absolutely.
But they're not hanging with Sora. They're hanging with Roxas.
Anyway,
They're hanging out with Roxas. So we got Hayner,
Absolutely.
Pence, and Olette. And over the course of this next week so every day we will see a cutscene, like a clip show of clips from Kingdom Hearts 1. And those are Roxas's dreams. And he's having these dreams about a boy he's never met before. And it feels like he's reliving these memories that aren't his. And every day, it kind of feels like the world's starting to close in on him. On this first day, Pence looks in a camera and he tries to say, our photo is gone. And the word photo is missing. The literal word photo. So they go to investigate. It becomes very Scooby-Doo, this section of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
And so it's like there's little mysteries and strange things. So you wander around looking for the culprit, the thief. And Cypher from Final Fantasy VIII is also here. And he's kind of like the unofficial Twilight Town like investigator or like security. He's just taking it upon himself. Yeah.
And he's just got such huge like cool man bully energy.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes.
it's just because I'm rewatching My Hero Academia right now in anticipation of finally seeing the final season, but he's got huge Bakugo energy. He's just like,
Yes.
I'm the best around and no one's going to beat me and we're going to get you.
Absolutely. And so you wander around and then you encounter a nobody. The first nobody ever that you would have seen, because nobodies don't show up in Reverse Rebirth or Chain of Memories.
Yeah, and
this is
I
like
thought we were fighting Heartless. I thought we're back in Kingdom Hearts. We're going to fight some more Who are these guys?
Everything's different. Everything's weird. Everything's a little sleeker. Everything's a little more silver. Everything's a little cooler.
Yeah.
Everything's a little more
Like
mature.
leaner, taller, thinner,
Dancing.
sharper.
It's giving growth spurt.
Yes,
It's giving growth spurt.
puberty.
It's giving, I'm in late high school now, and I don't know how I
Yes.
feel about it just yet. But yeah, so basically every day you start to wake up and different anomalies are happening. The second day is the day they want to go to the beach. The crew agree, like, hey, summer's almost over. They're like, this is the last week of summer vacation, and we haven't even been to the beach. And
I have
so,
a point of contention here about this
Please.
game.
Okay.
A big sort of metaphor for the game is this ice cream.
yes,
Right?
sea salt ice cream.
Right.
Mhm.
Which, baby, that's not ice cream. That's not ice cream, baby.
It's a popsicle.
That's a popsicle.
It's like a creamsicle. You ever had?
I've
it's
had
like
a
it's like-
creamsicle. Now, I'll say this too. I have been to Tokyo Disney Sea, and they have sea salt ice cream. It's in the Little Mermaid area.
Ah.
It tastes not awesome.
Well, I can't imagine sea salt ice cream to taste.
Okay,
Ooh.
well, but do you like sea salt caramel like candy?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I'll say this, when I was in college, when I first lived on my own, I lived with another friend of mine who was also a Kingdom Hearts fan, and we did one night find a recipe for sea salt ice cream and make it. It was mostly vanilla ice cream
Yes.
with food coloring and salt, and but salted vanilla ice cream is
see.
good.
Salted vanilla ice cream's good. I too had a phase where when I was visiting Michigan after I'd moved away, I invited all my friends over and we tried to make sea salt ice cream together as like a little commemoration of our friendship. And it was flaky and like not amazing. I think it's just hard, but there's been many recipes. People have attempted it, and I've heard that there's some that are very good.
Yeah.
I'm like, even if that's not ice cream.
So the argument, so if it's on a stick, it's not ice cream.
That's it. I'm like, the stick is what I have an issue with.
You never got one of those Sonic the Hedgehog ice creams from the ice cream truck? That's ice cream and has a stick
That's
in
a
it, buddy.
popsicle.
I don't know.
I would call
That's a
that
popsicle.
But it's
call it
ice cream, though.
popsicle.
It's made of ice cream.
Yes, it is creamed ice.
Creamed
Yes,
ice.
absolutely. Absolutely. But I would call it like cream ice before I would ever call it
Okay,
ice
hot
cream.
takes on the podcast.
I kind of love this, and I'm excited to see it split the room.
Yes, exactly.
It's going to be the next, like, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, it's a hot dog.
Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Which no, it is a sandwich. No, I'm just
Hot
kidding.
dog's a taco. Moving on.
Oh.
Anyway,
Type 1 in the chat if you...
because I don't want to belabor too much the tutorial because it is long.
Yeah.
But a series of anomalies happen to Roxas each day as he is starting to come more into this understanding that the boy that he's dreaming about is Sora. And over the course of these next few days, because Roxas is awakening to this understanding of Sora, other people in the world, including Kairi, are also awakening to their understanding that Sora was a person, is a person, does exist, is still out there. At the end of this time frame, Roxas starts to discover that the world he's inhabiting is like a simulation.
Yeah.
So there's a real Twilight Town, but what he has been existing in is a data Twilight Town.
They put the man in the Matrix.
How jarring is that?
It's
also Roxas, Sora.
Mm-hmm.
It took me this playthrough to get it.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm a dumb idiot.
No, you're just busy.
Roxas, of course.
Yes.
That's Sora.
And also, I'll say, of all of the organization names, Roxas is one of the better ones.
I agree, because some of them are, what's happening?
I know. We talked recently about all of them and like Demix, and you're like, yummed.
It's like the way they came up with those names is they had a Scrabble tiles.
Yeah, they
and
just
all the unused
Shake it
tiles
out.
is like, okay, well, I guess it's surprise-shikis.
Shine kind of dody chody. Anywho, but at the end of the tutorial, Roxas begins to encounter Naminé, which was my favorite because it's the first time you get to hear Naminé with voice lines.
Yeah.
And she's a little taller, she's a little older. Same thing with Kairi. Everyone's like 15, 16 now. It's very cool. And Roxas, makes his way to the old mansion, which is this sort of mysterious location. There's lots of discussion throughout the tutorial about kind of strange occurrences, little myths of Twilight Town, ghosts, different things like that. And it turns out a lot of that appears to be in some way a part of this simulation glitching out.
Yeah, it's either a part of the simulation or nobodies are invading the simulation and looking like ghosts, or like it's all down to like the nature of the reality that Roxas finds himself in and how people want to get in there to find it.
You want to get in there because Roxas is on the run. He's in a little bit of like an incognito
he doesn't know
mode.
it.
Yeah, an off the grid and a non-consensual off the grid situation.
Yes, that's a great way to refer to it. A non-consensual off the grid situation. I think they usually call that kidnapping. I do think.
I like mine better. Anyway,
Help, I've been not consensually off the grid. Someone call 911.
I didn't choose this. I wish to be on the grid, please. Which is even more confusing because the grid from Tron is in this game.
Oh my God,
Anyway.
we can't even get into it.
Can't even get into it. And so Roxas, discovers that he's been placed in here as almost like a hide. Like the people need him and they're hiding him here, and they've implanted this fake life where he's this teenager with friends because he was originally a member of Organization 13, which he lightly understands. One of the most aggressive people that lets him know this is Axel, who keeps showing up in the simulation to try and see if Roxas remembers
One
him.
of the coolest characters in Chain of Memories, and he has voice acting, and he has such a cool voice actor. He sounds
Quentin
exactly
Flynn.
like you want him to sound.
100%.
Like every mid-2000s cool guy.
And they liked it so much they cast him as Reno in Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, of which he has pretty much the same face.
Yeah, they're the same character.
So fun fact,
Yeah.
that is kind of on purpose. That was allegedly like Namuro wanted to test on some level if the aesthetics of a Final Fantasy character could exist in this way.
He had also tried that with Final Fantasy The Spirits Within, the lead character. He was like, and this is going to be a digital actor that appears in more than one thing, and nobody liked that.
No. That's because that's based on a real
can't all
person.
work.
Yeah, I like when it's a spiky-haired, red-haired guy with little eye makeup. That's when I like it.
Yes.
That's when I care. But yeah, so Roxas makes his way back to this mysterious mansion, has a fight with Axel, and then this is the first time somebody wields two Keyblades. This is going to be big for Kingdom Hearts 2. Two Kingdom, two Keyblade.
Period.
Two Kingdom, two hearts.
Yep, exactly. And so Roxas has this encounter with Axel, and then he goes into this chamber that kind of looks similar to a chamber that we saw in the high rendered cutscene from the opening. This like all white room with this big flower pod in it. Roxas has an encounter with a character named Diz, who we've lately discussed.
Capital D, lowercase I.
Yeah.
Capital Z.
Capital Z.
Huh, yeah. Interesting.
Diz. So Roxas sort of is resigned to his fate as this flower pod opens up and reveals Sora. For the first time, we see Sora's new model. He's older, he's taller, he's still asleep. A beautiful song plays, which is his theme for this game. And Roxas looks up at him and says one of the most fire lines in Kingdom Hearts history. It looks like my summer vacation is over.
I know.
Yeah. And he gives himself back to Sora so Sora can wake up.
That's crazy to do that.
I know.
Self-sacrifice.
It's so sad. It's self-sacrifice.
Well, couldn't be
and
me.
So, yeah, couldn't be me.
Okay, well, bye.
Ain't
I'm
no
gonna stay
Ain't no way.
off the grid. Thank you very much.
I'm like, I'm gonna just stay in here in this simulation forever. Thanks. I don't care about what you guys are. I don't know if you need him to save the world. I'm kind of doing my own thing over here. Then we get the opening. We get the title.
The game starts,
and then we finally get to see our boy. The game is starting. We've started the game. Sora wakes up. It's so cute.
Adorable.
Goofy and Donald also wake up. It's so cute. They hop out.
Well, it's like all the stuff that they've been through together in two whole games.
Yeah.
They love each other.
Yeah. Especially
even that grouch Donald.
I know. Especially we talked a lot about the traumas they've endured in Chain of Memories. They have been forged in fire at this point. This is a found family.
And throughout Kingdom Hearts 2, I would say like we're beyond questioning this trio anymore. Like in Kingdom Hearts 1, there was some fighting between Donald and Sora. They sort of like leave him when the key leaves him. Like in Kingdom Hearts 2, there's none of that. It's just like, and these three are together and don't even worry about it.
100%. And so we go back out to Twilight Town, real Twilight Town this time. And Sora is in his Kingdom Hearts 1 outfit, and it's a little too
so small.
It's crazy.
It's
it
really
looks
cute.
crazy.
It does look cute.
But like the craft in being like, well, and if the whole point is growth, we're gonna make it look small, and this is on purpose. Like they really went out of their way to do that. It was great.
Well, again, as we talk about it, the theme being like this uncomfortable growth journey into adulthood. Because also, as somebody who's now in the industry and knows how much modeling budgets are, that was a whole thing they had to scope for. And it's only in this small beginning section that you see this. Even when you do his fusion form that looks like his old outfit, it's still in the model of his new outfit. So this is a completely different costume model for Sora.
Yeah, and they were like, and you're only going to see this for 2 hours of a 50-hour game, but we need it.
And so you're wandering around real Twilight Town. You meet real Hayner, Pence, and Olette, who have never met Roxas before, exclusively in that order. And they're like, oh, cool, this kid. And they're being nice and chilling and helping him get to the train station. And they, say goodbye to Sora. Yep. And Sora cries.
One of my favorite things is if you go to the garbage can... It says that it's just filled with popsicle sticks.
Oh, wow.
Which is such a fun, dumb detail that makes you think like, oh, wow, that's so cute.
Well, also unsettling to think about it because it's like, are those the popsicle sticks that Axel, Roxas, and Shion ate over a year working in the organization?
Because listen, Hayner, Pence, and Olette, they seem to like that ice cream, but Roxas and his friends ate that ice cream every single day. It was part of his identity.
/2 days.
2 days.
Wow.
But yeah, so they're at the train station and then Sora cries. Like tears fall from his eyes and he doesn't really understand why. And his heart feels heavy. And he feels sad and he can't quite explain it. And Goofy and Donald are like, it's okay, we can go see them again anytime we want. And he's like, yeah. Like, you're right. Aw, but it's a deeper sadness. It's a Roxas sadness. Yeah. And that's kind of our first clue that like Roxas's connection to Sora is deepening and like he's back inside.
Why did that particular scene remind me of Spirited Away?
Oh, because, well, there's a train. There's like a weird mystical train. There's this kind of like ennui feeling or this like, because like when Chihiro gets to the train station, she's at one of the more peak parts of her maturity journey in Spirited Away. And Spirited Away is also about that maturity from being a spoiled, bratty child to being sort of a like assured adult young person.
Yes,
absolutely. So I think there is a lot of that there.
Yeah, so they get on this train to go to like a place that's separate and outside of Twilight Town. And there's a point earlier in the tutorial where they're investigating like urban legends that all turn out to be nobodies, and they send him a simulation of this train, which Diz does as like a sick little favor. Now, I exclusively refer to this as the dope-ass Disney train.
I remember from your theme song.
Yes, well, and so the reason for that is there's this video. It was a stand-up comedian doing it at some like gamer show where it's like he like talks about the difference between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Resident Evil 4, a game that came out contemporaneously to Kingdom Hearts 2. And,
interesting.
And he goes on this huge long rant about how like Kingdom Hearts is so slow and so anime and they take forever. And Resident Evil, the zombies in the room, the hell right now, his axe is on fire, he killed your parents. And like there's a part where he says like, Roxas has to do all these jobs to get enough money to get on the dope-ass Disney train to get to the fun fucking part of the game. And that line has been seared into my brain since 2005. For 21 years, I think about this video about once a week.
And who is this comedian?
His name's MC Chris, a.k.a. MCP Pants. And actually, we got sent this video by a listener on Instagram who was like, hey, I remember this video and thought of you. And I told them, but I'm telling you guys, I think about this video once a week. For 21 years, I have done this.
Incredible.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I'm going to put a link to the video if I can find it into the show notes. It is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love that.
Amazing.
So outside the simulation, now that he finally has a purpose and like real magic back at his side, he finally gets to go on the dope ass Disney train.
That's so funny. Yeah. And so then we get into game. We're back in game. We get to Yensid's Magic Tower, a tower that will be super important to the rest of the games. Yensid's office.
Yep. From the world of Fantasia, I assume.
It's
a Sorcerer's Apprentice castle?
Yeah,
it's the Sorcerer's Apprentice castle.
But it's kind of like Yensid made a floating island in the vast like ocean and put this tower there like so that it would be kind of hidden, that it's not really any part of one world, but you can access it from a few other worlds. It's called the Mysterious Tower. He has another world that's like that later.
Yeah.
Yensid, and that sort of like this reveals that Yensid, the guy from Fantasia, is here, has authority, and has incredible amounts of power.
Yes.
He is one of the authority figures of Kingdom Hearts 2.
And now my immediate thought is, who's got more power, Merlin or Yensid? I mean, obviously Yensid does.
I think it's
but
Yensid.
Where do they stack? How do they know each other?
Oh, they definitely know each other because
are they friends? Are they frenemies?
What's the power scaling?
Yeah, exactly.
I bet it's a thing where they're colleagues. It's sort of like contemporaries. I bet they went to the university
peers.
around the same time. Yeah, peers, like Asimov, who wrote like the book that would then go on to inspire RoboCop, and this other writer were contemporaries. And there was this very famous lawsuit where they were like, well, you stole this from this guy. And this guy's like, I've known Asimov for 25 years. You don't steal from your friends. Like everybody knew each other,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think they're probably contemporaries. They probably both had complicated feelings over the fairy godmother at a certain point. And I'm building this headcanon out of the fact that one time I went to see Sir Patrick Stewart speak at the Shakespeare Theater in Orlando. And he talked about how he was in acting classes with Helen Mirren because they were all at school at the same time. Yeah. And everybody was in love with Helen Mirren and nobody knew what to do about it.
And thus everyone has been in love with Helen Mirren for the past 60 years.
Indeed, queen.
Wow.
But yeah, so I think they're colleagues. So you get to the Mysterious Tower, and before you even get inside, you get introduced to a guy who will not leave you alone for the rest of the game, Pete. From Disney.
From Goofies.
Pete from Mickey and Goofy fame.
Which we haven't seen yet. This is
his
Pete's
first appearance.
Debut appearance, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
He's brand new. Donald and Goofy do already know him, so they have a past that like you're kind of coming in halfway through. And he's dressed more anime than you've ever seen a guy be.
Yep.
I want to talk now. Anyone who's played Final Fantasy knows the overabundance of zippers in a costume.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
But Pete's zipper is demonic in nature.
It is intense. Mm-hmm.
It's right down the middle of a seam, where a seam should be. Mm-hmm. That's where the zipper is. And I'm like, these are just closed chaps.
Yeah.
These are chaps that are just zipped together.
And that's because, say it with me, everybody, pizza bottom.
Pizza leather daddy bottom.
Oh, well, it makes sense because he's simping for Maleficent the whole game.
That's what 100%. I mean.
And he's definitely into the kink scene for sure. He's definitely into power play.
You're right.
100%.
Right. He's a brat.
And that's called storytelling. When zippers can tell that story.
Costume design.
It's
environmental storytelling. We love to see it.
And underappreciated art. But yeah, he's here and Goofy. It's funny because when you look at Goofy and Donald's Final Fantasy outfits in the context of Pete's, Goofy and Donald's feel very normal.
Yeah, they feel very contained. They feel very restrained.
And it's crazy because Donald's beret hat has
it's got zippers.
This insane zipper work.
It makes that seem normal.
But I think it's the colors. I think Pete's colors are crazy because he's got like aqua sapphire shoulder pads, a red undershirt, an X across the chest button pulling up the chaps, a blue rubber kind of pant part with these light purple pockets over the front of his tummy, and gloves, these fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
I mean,
insane.
It's
insane.
Yeah.
Pete's fisting somebody.
They really ate. He's got to be. He's fingering multiple assholes. Anyway, I'm sorry, everybody.
We're gonna have to tag this one explicit or something.
I'm sorry,
everybody. But so you go, you fight some Heartless. You're fighting again, and what's interesting is like, you've done a little bit of combat with Roxas up until this point, but, you're back with the 3. And the combat feels good. It feels different. And that's because they rebuilt the entire combat system from the ground up for Kingdom Hearts 2.
It feels smooth. It feels zippy. It feels reactive. One of the big additions to Kingdom Hearts 2 is this thing called a reaction command, where in the middle of pressing X to hit, you could also press triangle to do enemy-specific like bigger move or like marquee moves. Sometimes it's just a basic thing you can do and it'll like deal a bunch of extra damage to an enemy. In boss fights, this usually goes to like a full mid-combat cutscene.
Yeah.
Which is like you have to use them to win.
With a little QTE.
They are great reaction commands. One of the best mechanics in Kingdom Hearts, the entire series.
I agree completely. And they add to the bigness.
Yes.
I would say everything about Kingdom Hearts 2 feels big.
Yeah.
The maps are big. The events are big. The impact on the rest of the series is big. Kingdom Hearts 2 is big. And reaction commands, I think, are absolutely a part of that as well. But yeah, so you get to the top of the tower, you're still in your old clothes, and you talk to Merlin, or sorry, not Merlin, Yensid. Sorry, they're contemporaries.
Right.
And Yensid sort of explains the difference between Nobodies and Heartless with a little hologram, which is helpful.
Yeah, big lore drop.
Really explaining a lot of stuff. And then immediately goes like, your drip is not fire. Go next door and talk to the 3 fairies.
It's so funny. He didn't have to say any of that. He's like, yeah, go fight, whatever. But he's like, this will not do.
This can't be.
This is garbage. You got to change it up.
You can't be repping me.
Yeah,
and what I stand for.
You're part of the Keyblade Master legacy now. You gotta look the part.
And so he goes next door.
I know 3 peers that'll help you out.
3 coworkers of mine. And you go next door and you see Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather for the first time of Sleeping Beauty fame. So these 3 girlies, their claim to fame up until this point was, I'm gonna make a little princess dress. Little simple dress, a little off the shoulder action, a little corset, a little sheer sleeve, a little skirt, right? Mm-hmm. All in the same color family. Little dress. They put their conjoined sleigh together and they come up with the drip, the fire, the coolest fit maybe Sora has ever worn.
Yeah.
His Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit. It is, I think it's his best outfit.
Yeah, it's like cool guy, black, but it's got primary colors splashed in there to let you know he's still got the light of a child inside of him. It's all purpose. It's rugged. It fits him super well. It's well equipped. He's got like huge like pouches that strap to him so he can hold all of like the gummy pieces he's finding around the worlds or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And the zip up is cropped, but not as cropped. A tasteful mid-length crop.
Age appropriate, versatile, style conscious aesthetic.
Now, question though: if you saw a teen in this outfit and Kingdom Hearts didn't exist, would you think this fit is cool?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
This is just what like techwear influencers in Japan look like. Like,
100%.
and I think they look cool. I wish I had the like slim body build to like pull off that look. I see those ads for that kind of fashion on Instagram all the time, and I'm like, man, that would be so cool to wear if I looked good in it.
Yep. I feel your pain.
You can.
You know what? You're right.
You just have to go to Harajuku.
Yeah, truly.
There you go. And so then you embark on your journey. You're going to go kind of...
These aren't any just normal clothes even.
No.
This is actually like mechanically relevant. Not only do they give him these clothes, they're magic and they can fuel his extra powers. The first thing, this is where the next big mechanical upgrade to Kingdom Hearts 2 comes in. The drive forms. Drive forms are so dope. Right. And the first one you get is Valor form, and the clothes turn into red or blue or yellow depending on what you're doing. And also, we're 4 hours into this game and I'm getting 2 Keyblades. Let's finally again go. But like actually in a way you can control, which I feel like is that much more important.
Yes, absolutely. And so your early task in the game is to just go to the different worlds, travel around in the gummy ship again, and learn more about the nobodies and fight the Heartless and just like say hi to everybody. You're back, baby.
And find Riku in the cave.
Right. But like, it's kind of funny because it is like, we got to go learn about these new creatures that are hanging out. And I'm just like, okay. But it is important. The Jiminy. Oh, right. Big thing too. When Sora awakens, the Jiminy Journal is empty. All of your entries from Kingdom Hearts are gone, completely erased because Naminé had to put all your memories back together. And the only entry now on the first page just says, thank Naminé, and they don't know who that is.
Yes.
Well, we know who she is. Even if you didn't play Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, you know who Naminé is. She's that nice, kind girl that keeps getting kidnapped by Diz and stuff. That's not cool. She seems nice, though.
Like, she seems important. Yeah, she seems sweet. We got to thank her, but we don't know who she is yet. And so, you go back to the Disney worlds. You're looking for Riku and the King, and also just like fighting Heartless. Good stuff. Yep. Some of the notable worlds in this section are Pirates of the Caribbean world.
Can I say?
Yeah.
The cool thing that they did in Kingdom Hearts 2 is that every environment, the qualifier, if you did good or bad, is very specific to the world. Like, for example, the way to kill the zombies or to get rid of the zombies is to hit them in sunlight.
Oh,
right?
yes. In Pirates World, yes. You can only defeat the pirates if they're in the moonlight.
In the moonlight, yes.
Yeah.
That was smart. That's right from the movie.
Right. Which
so
is
good.
It's like attaching the lore. Also, when we go to the Land of the Dragons, the Mulan world, a lot of the gameplay is to keep the morale up.
Yes.
So you're hitting Heartless in order to keep, and once the morale meter goes down, you're done. You're cooked.
Yes.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
It's like how clever to associate the lore of that world to the gameplay.
Absolutely.
100%.
And then Atlantica, of course.
And then Atlantica, who is, Atlantica, which had the biggest pivot, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But yeah, so the first couple worlds it's funny, a lot of the gameplay around combat, which I think is smart, is you're not just wandering around getting treasure, getting to the end of the world and fighting Heartless. The Heartless will have kind of like a context. And so for Land of the Dragons, which is Mulan World, which is one of the earlier worlds you can go to, you're at camp. You're like in the middle of the war, which is kind of funny to think about. It's like, and Sora's here. But you're helping clear out Heartless in these specific contexts to help with the war effort. Sorry. And the morale is in the shape of orbs. Yeah. These little orbs that you collect and fill up a bar. You'll see a lot of orb in this game.
If Kingdom Hearts 1 was a big orb game, Kingdom Hearts 2 really just like goes to town with different orbs.
Really up the ante on them orbs. Radiant Garden is back. It's what Hollow Bastion has become. It is also kind of your hub world.
Yeah, you end up going through there. Like, you stop there more times than any other place, which is kind of cool. Like, that's another thing in Kingdom Hearts 2. All of these cool worlds, you got, Pirates World, Mulan World, Beast Castle World, Lion King World, all of these new things, but also you visit them more than once, which is cool.
Yeah, you backtrack and new things happen when you return to them, which is cool.
And Hollow Bastion is even more than that. Like, I think you go back there 2 or 3 times, plus however many times you're going there, because Winnie the Pooh world is based out of there, and Tron world is based out of there. So you end up going to Hollow Bastion like 6 or 7 times.
A world within a world. And like halfway through because they forgot Hollow Bastion's true name, which is Radiant Garden. So like halfway through, Hollow Bastion gets renamed and they give you a new nameplate card with a nice little graphic of Radiant Garden.
It's so sweet.
So there's like this progressive evolutionary nature to the worlds in this game, which is really cool. So we've got Radiant Garden. We've got 100 Acre Wood. We've got Land of Dragons, which is Mulan. We've got Beast's Castle, which is fun because Beast didn't have his own world in Kingdom Hearts 1. He was just in Hollow Bastion.
No, it had already been lost by the time we met him.
Exactly. So it's back and it's awesome. We've got Olympus Coliseum, including the underworlds.
Yeah, like it's more
Really
than
cool
just
level.
one room. It's like a full thing.
Yeah. Lots going on. Disney Castle, which was seen in cutscenes in Kingdom Hearts 1, but was not an accessible location in Kingdom Hearts 1.
And you talked to me about this in a previous episode. I forget which one, but how like for level design in Kingdom Hearts, they really have to save it for worlds where you fight Heartless and they don't have to fully design it. And how you don't go to Disney Castle in Kingdom Hearts 1 because they're under contract not to let bad things happen there.
Yeah, darkness can't get there.
Right. I think more radical than Mickey fully being in this game is like they reversed course on that decision. They let Heartless invade and infest. And like when you get to Disney Castle, it is full of Heartless.
Yeah.
You have to fight through waves of those things.
Yeah.
That's crazy that Disney let that happen.
I agree. Well, and the justification for it is very specific. And I think that the reason why they let Disney Castle be a thing that had darkness in it is because it also, we have a lot of worlds within worlds in this game, houses Timeless River, which is a time travel back level to Steamboat Willie time for Disney.
Best level.
Agreed.
Ever.
Well, like so smart to put Steamboat Willie lore, like the legacy of Disney things into the Kingdom Hearts game. That was one of the, I feel like one of the more clever additions was Timeless River.
I agree. My favorite part of Disney Castle is you escort the Queen Minnie Mouse from one room down a little hallway to a different room, down to a little chair. And the mechanic, Minnie is holding her own, by the way. She uses orbs to fight, these little light orbs, which are very cool. And your mechanic to help escort her is you wave her down and you do a little wave animation and she scoots in her little dress back up to you. And it is very nice. And I like it very much.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you explore these different worlds. Timeless River being, I think, a big standout. Like, there's lots of cool mechanics going on. Like in Olympus Coliseum, there's this idea that because you're a hero, your drive form is locked when you first get there because you're in the underworld where heroes don't have like their stuff.
They have no power here.
No power here. This is for the baddies, baby.
Yeah, there's like a chain graphic that they put over the drive bar, like the UI element, which I'm like, yes. Changing the UI elements for canon story events. So sick.
It's really clever. And again, all of these are assets that required multiple rounds of approvals, multiple rounds of programming, bug testing. It's so amazing how much detail went into, like, there's so much detail in all the games, but like this is another one where like the details really sing. There's so many standout little moments throughout Kingdom Hearts 2 that I think are really cool. One of the notable things as you're exploring, and it happens at first when you get your new outfit, is Maleficent is back. Partially because the fairies still believe in her, but and like the memories of like there's this moment in the scene where they're like, well, don't say her name too loud or she'll hear you, and then she starts to kind of like come back. And so Maleficent is like, I'm going to get revenge. I'm going to take over Disney Castle. So her dark thorns are like infesting the basement, which is why we can go to the Timeless River because something's happening in the past and you meet old Pete before he turned evil, which is really sad because he's kind of sweet and helps you.
Yeah, he's kind of like a curmudgeon, but like is generally mostly a fine guy.
He's just like old dudes from New York. Yeah.
I got to talk about how gaggy that was.
Oh, yeah.
How absolutely gaggy it was to have like Steamboat Willie era in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
Because listen, you're playing this game as a kid. You're like, I know here are the constants. Hercules. Everybody loves Hercules. Mulan. Nightmare Before Christmas. Great. We love them. They're fantastic.
Golden
Pirates
era.
of the Caribbean. No brainer. That's the hottest property right now.
Yes.
Steamboat Willie.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? You know what I mean? It's a big risk.
You're right, but it also is a great way for Disney to get their legacy back in front of the eyes of children once again.
100%.
It's in a way that Steamboat Willie is very accustomed to. It refreshes the legacy in the minds of the contemporary populace.
So true, Bestie.
You know, and in Kingdom Hearts, I have a softness for it because we're here and we're recording the Kingdom Hearts podcast. But like, generally, maybe they should have let the copyright lapse on Steamboat Willie a little sooner than they did. Perhaps.
I understand. I'll say this, though. I think it's also this game, in addition to flexing on him in every other way possible, Sora gets so many changes to his appearance in this game. Yeah. And one of the biggest ones being in Timeless River. He gets OG cartoonified.
That design looks
in the
so
1920s style.
Yeah, it's so great. And they really nailed it, too.
They really did. And also, Donald and Goofy are in their OG, like, early black and white cartoon forms, and they did audio processing on everything in Timeless River that it all sounds crispy and old.
Yeah, they make it sound like an old record.
Mischa, as an audio person, like, how does that happen? What is it, a compression thing? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, it's a combination of a compression thing, an equalization thing. They mix it differently because the ability to recreate certain frequencies of sound just wasn't available in the technology of the old days. There's like that warmth and grain to it, which was endemic of like wax cylinders and vinyl records that like when there's a physical medium, the physicality of the medium can't help but leak into the sound quality. There's like, it's 2026. There's infinite ways to like recreate that after the fact, but it is a fantastic touch that like they put all of the dialogue and all of the music through that and they mixed it in a specific way just for the old timey world. Wow. It is incredible.
I love it. I love hearing you talk about audio things. So I hate to punt it to you, but I needed you to.
Thank you so much. Well,
Mischa, what is sound?
If a tree falls in the mysterious forest, and Kyrie and Axel are not around to hear it, does it still make a sound?
Are they still best friends? Anyway. Hi. I beg and implore you this week not to skip this ad read if you normally skip these. Mischa and myself, rather than filling this ad spot with a paying sponsor, are donating this spot to small businesses and mutual aid efforts in Minneapolis that benefit immigrants, protesters, and activists. Today, we're spotlighting the Neighborhood House. They're dedicated to making sure everyone who calls St. Paul, Minnesota home can live and thrive there. Primarily, they serve low-income, immigrant, refugee, and underrepresented communities. They work with the entire family to ensure their basic needs are met, as well as assuring access to free education programs so they can live safe, stable, and rewarding lives. Please join myself and Mischa in donating funds or basic item needs. If you are a resident of Minnesota, you can also join their volunteer list. You can find more information on this and donate on their website, neighborhoodhousemn.org/community crisis response. The link to this can also be found in the description of this episode. That's neighborhoodhousemn.org/community crisis response. Thank you. Hi, it is Mayanna. Once again, thanking you so much for listening to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. I'm also here to remind you once again that we have a Patreon. We are Simple and Clean Pod on Patreon. If you want to support us, we are greatly appreciative of it. Mischa and I make this show, just the two of us all by ourselves, and the support we've been receiving on Patreon has really helped us to keep the show going. There's a $5 final mix tier. It allows you to listen to ad-free versions of all of the episodes of Simple and Clean, in addition to the Secret Reports, which is our bonus show where we talk about other games, other things that we enjoy. We talk about Mischa's experience playing Dispatch. We're talking about Final Fantasy X. And if you are a patron in that tier, you can make recommendations for things you want to hear us talk about if you would like. So if you want to show us support over there, we would greatly appreciate it. If you can't support the show that way, that's totally fine. Leave a review of the show wherever you listen to it. Share the show with a friend. Post about the show on social media. Let people know if you like it or not. That's another really wonderful way you can help us out. If you want to see us in person, Mischa and I have a live show in LA at the end of February. On February 22nd, we'll be performing in a combo show with The Wandering Path, which is the other actual play podcast I work on with Mischa, and Story Quest, the actual play platform that I am a producer for and adore very much. We're going to be doing a big crossover show event at the Elysian Theater on February 22nd. That's a Sunday at 8:30 p.m. PST. So if you are an LA local or are visiting or whatever, come down to the show. We'd love to see you. If you want more updates on that, you can find them on the Simple and Clean Instagram. We'll also be posting about it on the Story Quest Instagram and the Wandering Path Instagram if you want to learn more about that. Once again, we are so grateful to you for listening to the show, and whatever support you can provide is greatly appreciated. Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast, is also part of the Multitude Podcast Collective. It is a group of people sharing shows and things they're passionate about. Shows like Join the Party. Join the Party is an actual play podcast with tangible worlds, genre-pushing storytelling, and collaborators who make each other laugh each and every week. GM Eric and emphatic players Amanda, Brandon, and Julia welcome everyone to the table, from longtime TTRPG players to folks who've never touched a role-playing game before. If you enjoyed Dispatch, you'll probably enjoy their current campaign, the drama and excitement of a superhero high school. It's told through the game Masks, and they'll teach you everything about the game that you need to know to enjoy the story. You can also marathon their completed stories, Campaign 3 for a pirate story set in a world of plant and bug folk, the Campaign for a Monster of the Week game set in a weird summer camp, Campaign 2 for another modern superhero game, and Campaign 1 for a high fantasy story. So, what are you waiting for? Pull up a chair and join the party. Search for Join the Party in your podcast app or go to jointhepartypod.com. But yeah, so you explore all these Disney worlds. You're starting to meet more of the organization members. You meet Zalden. You meet Demix. You meet... I think that's the main ones you meet before the twist, right?
Luxord is in Pirates of the Caribbean, but I can't remember if he's around for the first round or if he's only there when you go back to it. Yeah, they're variously around. There's some people in hoods running around where they don't take their hood down, but like you're feeling the presence of people in black hoods that are all wearing a uniform and they're up to something. They're
doing scheming. All the Disney worlds, there's some little scheming happening, except for Atlantica, where not much. Other than Ursula being evil in the same way she always has, Atlantica is kind of this interesting outlier world in that it used to be a full level where you could do stuff, and now you can still swim around a little bit, but it's predominantly a rhythm game.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
And I love it.
Do you?
Mayanna.
I love it because it's dumb and it's fun, and I love it. It's so silly. It's such
so
a swing.
Frustrating.
I know. It is really frustrating. It's really frustrating.
It's not an easy rhythm game.
No, it's not.
It's weirdly I struggled with it.
It's weirdly complex. Hard. The rhythm itself, like, I feel like the timing of the rhythm elements of the video game are off. Like, they're not timed well. And also, I'll say, other than the songs that are already from Little Mermaid, there are like original songs, and they're not good songs.
They're not good songs.
The songs are bad.
Swim This Way is
terrible
not
song.
Good. And then also Ursula's new song is not good. Flotsam and Jetsam.
And then separately, they did re-record like Part of Your World and Under the Sea, and the re-recording is also bad. Like the songs
Part of Your World
are worse in the video.
Yeah.
Like it's not even like looking ahead to Kingdom Hearts 3. They put Let It Go in Kingdom Hearts 3, and it is like beat for beat. Like the mix is the same. They really did a good job recreating it. They did not recreate the songs from Little Mermaid very well.
No, they didn't. You know what's funny too is because the challenge is you have to hit X at a certain time with this little dial kind of going down around it, and the X's will pop up at different parts of the screen. Nothing crazy there. However, to clear a level, you need to get above a certain button hit threshold. And some of the songs only have like 9 buttons in it. Like Part of Your World. There's only like 9. It took us on the David playthrough like 5 tries to get through Part of Your World song.
And that's pretty good.
Yeah. And then really to complete the Jiminy Journal, to 100% complete the game, you gotta go back and do them all again.
Yeah.
You can't just do it once. You gotta do it more than once.
So I'll say this too, and I think this is really smart on Kingdom Hearts' part. There's not that many worlds. There's Radiant Garden, Land of Dragons, Beast Castle, 100 Acre Wood, Olympus Coliseum, Disney Castle, Timeless River, Port Royal, Atlantica, Agrabah, Halloween Town, Pride Lands, Space Paranoids, and then 3 like plot-specific ones at the end, which I wouldn't necessarily classify as full worlds, which is Realm of Darkness, The World That Never Was, and Keyblade Graveyard.
Yeah.
So that's actually not that much, but because you go back to them a bunch and they build them out in really cool, vast ways.
Yeah, and like parts of them are locked the first time around, and then when you go back, they like unlock new areas of the same place. So it feels like the worlds are like you're progressing and the worlds are growing with you. It's cool.
Yes. So as you sort of clear every world once through, one of the other things you do is you find a little object, and the object is sort of like emblematic to like the heart of the world. And sealing it and protecting it. And so you'll find like in Radiant Garden / Hollow Bastion, it's your honorary member of the rebuilding committee card. In Agrabah, it's the gem you find in the Cave of Wonders. And so you're looking for these things and you get the most gorgeous little animation each time, which is the object starts to glow and float into the air, and Sora holds his Keyblade and this big crown emblem appears underneath him and these lights swirl around him and there's wind and it's lovely.
Like a puzzle piece.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's like a giant freaking keyhole in the sky with like whooshing clouds, and it's like, it's really epic.
Yes. To Oscar's point though, too, there's this little Banjo-Kazooie-esque collectathon, which is you find these little puzzle pieces around the world in these little crown shapes.
Oh yeah.
And you have to solve the puzzles to get like little rewards and stuff.
Yeah, like a fun little thing for the final mix for sure.
It's still, is that only in the final mix?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So you zip around, you do all this stuff, and then you get like a ping, on the gummy ship. Oh, before we even do that, let's talk about the gummy ship, guys. Let's talk about the gummy ship really quickly.
Yeah. They went ahead and like really made a game out of the gummy ship.
They really put their whole gummy ship-ussy into it.
I knew it was coming, and I still...
Is that allowed? Can you say that on this podcast?
I don't know. Is it? Well, I think we can say whatever we want, theoretically.
I don't think you're allowed to append ussy to a word if the word ends in the letter P.
With P?
I don't think that's allowed.
I'm sorry, everybody. I relinquish my podcast. Yeah, I requeef my podcaster card. I give it back to the podcast office. I'm sorry, everybody. I told you I would do no harm, and I did cause harm, and I'm sorry about that. I took an oath.
The hippocastic oath.
Oh my God.
We have to stop. Anyway, gummy ship combat. Let's talk about it.
The gummy ship combat, like it just like feels like something. I feel like in the first game, it was like you have to do it just to get from world to world. It's the thing they put in your way. And here, yes, it's in your way, but like it feels like something actually to do.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun, and thank God we're not creating actual ships from blueprints. What the heck did you want me to do with that? Kingdom Hearts 1?
I agree.
At the very least, there are blueprints that you could be like, hey, your ship upgraded.
Here.
Yeah, auto build. Thank God for that.
Yeah. Mischa, you liked gummy ship design in Kingdom Hearts 1,
I actually do. I actually really like playing through gummy ships, like making ships. I have an episode on gummy ships coming up real soon, so I'll save it a little bit to talk about there.
All right.
But yeah, like Kingdom Hearts 2 actually made gummy ships a thing that is like not maybe the most fun when you're detracting from like the Kingdom Hearts 2 combat of it, which is so fun and so addictive that you just want to get back to it. But like the gummy ship is fun. It's not nothing in this game.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think it's so good. And what's also fun is in Kingdom Hearts 1, the gummy ship stuff is all one angle. It's just like straight ahead. And in Kingdom Hearts 2, they're having a little fun with it. They're doing sideways angle. They're doing behind you. Yeah.
You're flying around. The enemies have more personality. There's bosses at the end of levels.
Bosses.
Yes.
The music is much improved for each of these sections. Like the environment design, they had more, like pixels to play with, but like everything feels deeper and bigger, and so when you move through space, it feels faster, even though it's probably the same. Like, it just feels bigger.
It does feel faster. I bet it's faster. I'm sure it feels faster.
It's definitely
faster. Zipping along, and it's like bullet hell vibes. There's just like so much visually happening. It's a feast. It's delightful.
And your ship gets better. You learn skills. You do a barrel roll.
Yeah.
You do a barrel roll. Love doing the barrel roll. Oh my God.
You know? I mean, and talk about Kingdom Hearts 2 being a game about orbs. Like, they made gummy ships into just orb.com.
Everywhere orb.
100%.
So you're zipping around, flying around, and then you get like a ping from Radiant Garden / Hollow Bastion. And you go back there, and Maleficent has been building an army. And she's raining terror. And what's cool is when you go to Hollow Bastion, they're building a security system, and it's this like little kind of laser grid. So when you're walking around looking, like fighting Heartless, there are these little like lasers that are shooting around that can like help you fight Heartless, which is very neat. But there's just this overwhelming number of Heartless, and all the Final Fantasy characters are there. And this is where the game really ramps up the tension, I would say.
Yeah, this is like the halfway point of the game. They're like, okay, you've gotten through all the levels once. Hollow Bastion, there's something big in the story about to happen, and like it's this big marquee section.
Yeah. Versus Kingdom Hearts 1, where the story happens at the beginning and mostly 2/3 / the end. They're doing big plot in the middle.
You know what? The same thing can be said about Kingdom Hearts 3. That like the plot happens at the beginning and the end, and like the middle is just a long stretch of doing Disney stuff because it's Kingdom Hearts.
And it's fun.
That's the difference about Kingdom Hearts 2. That's why it feels more consistent, because there's also one in the middle.
Yes.
I never put that together.
Better.
Yeah, I never put it together that like just putting one also big plot event in the middle smooths the whole thing out and makes it feel more cohesive.
100%. And so you get back to Radiant Garden, and at this point, meta-wise, because you've seen a cutscene about it, that Kairi has been abducted by Axel. Kairi has sensed Sora's presence returning and goes to the beach and sends this little message in a bottle into the ocean in the hopes that it'll find him. Something super plot critical.
Yeah.
And then Axel shows up, and then she's running through these different portals. Pluto finds her. She ends up in Twilight Town very briefly, and then Axel grabs her and pulls her away. And so we get to Radiant Garden, and Maleficent has summoned like an ocean of Heartless that are like flooding this reservoir that has been revealed at the bottom of the castle of Hollow Bastion.
Yeah.
And nobody's there. The organization is there. Sora has just completed like this connective informational tissue in Space Paranoids, the grid, which is the Tron world inside of Radiant Garden, which within the meta narrative of Kingdom Hearts is Ansem's personal server of data.
Yeah, so
Ansem the Wise specifically.
Right. So I've been doing some stuff this year with a personal server. I'm not like the most tech smart, but I'm pretty tech literate. And I've been building myself a personal server at home this year. And, I'm just doing it to like watch TV shows with my friends. But to imagine like, yep, and we're going to put my best friend Tron in there, and we're going to hide all of my darkest secrets, and like it's going to run the entire city. Like trying to imagine running the entire city I live in off of the computer I have on my bookshelf. Like it's just a silly thought to me. I don't know.
It's very silly. And so you run through this kind of crazy escalation where the Heartless are here, the Final Fantasy characters are helping you fight. We think Goofy may have died for a moment. Are you familiar with this scene, Oscar?
Walk us through.
Tell me.
Yeah, walk us through, please. Your how you remember this scene, please.
I don't even know how to bring it back.
Yeah, really good start.
Wait, who was the guy that they were beating?
They're fighting Demyx.
Demyx, yeah. They defeat Demyx. They're like, yay. Mickey, brooding Mickey's walking back, and then there's a battle happening up there. There's a piece of rock?
There's a boulder. A
boulder. It was a boulder. And Goofy, in an act of self-sacrifice, says, Mickey, no. Pushes Mickey out of the way. And, like, really gets hit in the head with this freaking boulder. Yeah. Gets animated, like, whoosh. Flies against the wall and is just dead.
Everybody treats it like he died. They're like, Goofy.
No, there's no fun music. There's no like mitigation
Silence.
of the emotionality of the moment. It's just like
this isn't Aerith dying. This is like this is just very much like
yeah.
Well, then Mickey says the other fire line in Kingdom Hearts 2, which is they'll pay for this.
Right, Sora and Donald rush to his side. They're caring for him. They want nothing more than to be by his side in case he needs their help. Mickey sees that like his friends are already taking care of him, so he knows that his place is not by Goofy's side. He says the only thing he can do is seek bitter vengeance. He looks out across the battlefield and goes,
I need to hear this. They'll pay for this because
they'll pay for this. And he darts forward with his Keyblade in hand.
It's the first time he summons his Keyblade, and he summons it like backwards hand style, like an absolute G.
Yes.
It's so sick. Oh, he also rips the coat off, and we see for the first time his Kingdom Hearts 2 fit, which is a cool shirt, cool pants, all the zippers, all the belts.
Yes.
It's so good.
His pouches look like the 2 yellow circles on his normal Mickey pants. Like they they took his normal Mickey Mouse ass outfit and were like, how do we make this into Kingdom Hearts? And they did it.
And they really did it. And
it's just so emo. The emo-ness of this is so severe.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Kingdom Hearts 2, the most aura.
Yes.
The most aura.
Yes.
The aura is maxed in Kingdom Hearts 2.
They'll pay for this.
Everyone's aura farming, including Mickey.
That they'll pay for this is very much Devil May Cry. Do you know the scene that I'm talking about?
Yes.
Oh, no, I don't.
Where, what's her name? I don't remember what her name. She dies. And he's just like so sad. I'm sending it to you.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
It is, to me, the most insane line read of all time.
Wait, can you put it on the recording? Can you say it?
God.
Can you give it to us?
She would have been the one to fill your dark soul with love. She would have been the one to fill your dark soul with love. I can't.
It's so good. God.
That crack is insane.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. That is the vibe.
Shout out to anime voice actors. No one's doing it like them.
No, you're right.
It's like going up on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
The drop.
That's it. It's that intensity from Mickey Mouse. They'll pay for this. Yeah. And then you run forward and you get down to the battlefield. It's you and your 3 friends in front of this massive army, and it's one of the sickest fights in video game history. Top 10 anime fights of all time.
So sick. And so you have these little vignettes where you're fighting with like Yuffie and Squall and Cloud and Tifa, and then you get to this wave, this ocean of Heartless, and there's 1,000 of them. There's literally...
And it feels impossible.
It feels impossible, but you persist with your Keyblade by yourself.
Yeah.
You're by yourself for this
part.
And
it's because they give you, like, it's 2 specific Heartless types, and their reaction commands, one of them is you grab the Heartless and fire a laser in all directions to take out a crowd of them, and the other one's reaction command is you fly up and swoop through groups of Heartless, and, like, they picked the exact 2 reaction commands that would make you feel like the most powerful motherfucker of all time. Like,
it's very anime.
You feel
very
so powerful
anime.
just swooping through wave after wave, and you're just like glowing and flying and slicing through them. It's so cool.
Yeah, it feels so good. And you wipe them all out, and then Xemnas appears.
Shit.
Hot baddie daddy Xemnas is here, and he's like, yes, you're doing exactly as we planned, because we need you, Keyblade wielder, to kill a bunch of Heartless, because then their hearts will get to us, and we will build a replacement, a Kingdom Hearts. The evil plan.
Honestly, and I've said it before, but I'll say it again, but like the smartest villain plan in the series of many series is like, hey, we're going to take the hero's basic, like, heroic action and heroic instinct, and we're going to twist it for our evil purposes. We're going to take this kid who only wants to do good, who wants to save people, and we're going to take his act of saving people, and that's going to be the catalyst of our villain plot, because he's never going to stop, because he's a hero.
Yeah.
Even when we reveal to him that this is our evil plot, it's not like he's going to stop. He's a hero. He wants to save people. Let him.
Well, part of that is also because they have Kairi.
Yes, that too.
And they let him know that they have Kairi.
Yeah.
And then Sora gets very angry. And then this was a really cool moment. So, the organization is being all evil. And then Maleficent casts this spell and she goes, go, I'll hold them off. And Sora's like, what? And she's like, go now, like before I change my mind kind of a thing.
Yeah, she's the one who raised the army, and she's like, if I wanted the army for me, if me raising an army was part of someone else's plot, fuck them.
And that's on queen behavior, bitch.
We love a petty queen.
No one gets to take advantage of my evil but me.
But me! And so you now go into like phase 2 of the game and you go back to all of the worlds again and you are like trying to fight off the organization. You get to expand the maps of a lot of these worlds, fight more bosses. It's very cool.
Yeah. And on the second visits, the first time around you're fighting Disney villains, you're fighting Heartless. The second time around you're fighting nobodies. And
yes,
with just a little tweak, really, like, it's like, oh,
it's a whole new
I didn't
level.
realize they were behind the scenes waiting the whole time.
In the wings.
Yeah.
And also, it's interesting because the nobodies, there's less kinds of nobodies than there are Heartless. Mm-hmm. But the kinds of nobodies they put up quite a fight.
Yes.
And
they're tough.
They're not
tough
easy.
boys. They're all super distinctive and fun. And so then we get into, end game territory. We go to the world that never was, which we've seen before very lightly in a couple flashback cutscenes, but most notably in the secret ending from Kingdom Hearts 1, this weird metropolitan city that feels unlike any other world.
Yeah, very like Blade Runner.
Very Blade Runner. It's super weird sci-fi. And so when you get to this part, Sora's heart is like resonating. And this is where Roxas has a little bit of a Jesus take the wheel moment. And Sora does his dive to his own heart and Roxas is there, but in his organization fit.
Yeah.
And it's sort of this like last, not resentment, but there's definitely this like anger, this frustration, this like...
It's like his final gasp.
It's his final gasp.
It's like not going gently into the good night. Like Roxas needs to rage one more time before he can let go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and can you blame him? I mean, he's lived a whole life where he's been someone's substitute. And it's like, well, he spent the entire game processing that.
Yes.
And then finally he's like, wait, that's kind of messed up. Actually, no. Why can't I be the main character?
Yeah.
And so they have a fight with each other.
And what's interesting is, so Sora has heard a little bit about Roxas, and some of the organization members, when they see Sora, will make references to Roxas, or like Roxas used to make that face. They call him Roxas, and it's super confusing. And then like even in this moment when you're fighting him, you don't really see his face during the fight. He's in his cloak, and he's got the two Keyblades, two of the strongest Keyblades from Kingdom Hearts 1, Oblivion and oh my god, what I just Oathkeeper, thank you. It flew right out of my brain. Yeah. Maybe Naminé is messing with me. Anyway, but
well, and talk about two Keyblades that just look the most epic next to each other.
Oh my god,
the light dark Keyblade in one hand, dark Keyblade in the other.
You know what this is reminding me of?
Oh yes, please.
It's very Star Wars-y, isn't it?
So we're about to talk about this. So here's the thing about the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. There's a lot of Star Wars shit at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. So much so that you're like, isn't this Star Wars? And basically, kinda, because Namura fucking loves Star Wars. And
I didn't know this, really.
Well,
he
loves Star Wars. He has done a redesign of Darth Vader that they made into a Play Arts action figure. So there's like a Namura redesigned Vader. Namura loves Star Wars. Oh yeah. Well, I'll post a photo of that as well on the Instagram.
Yes,
it's a very cool action figure. It was like a premium collector's item. I think it was like somewhere in the $200 kind of ballpark when it came out. But so you complete this Duel of the Fates. It's the Duel of the Fates. Yeah. And Anakin had two lightsabers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and behind it, like, there's like heart-wrenching scenes of like Roxas raging and Sora desperately trying to block. There's like a battle version of Roxas's sad theme playing in the background with like an orchestral swell underneath it. It's so emotional.
It's super intense and gorgeous, and it's really hard. Roxas is a worthy opponent, and you defeat him. He kind of takes his hood off. He doesn't really look at you. It's clear that in this moment that it's like, you have now proven to me that you're worthy of me being with you, sort of a moment.
I lost fair and square, so you have the right to finish the game.
Yeah. So you go through the world that never was. You get to the place where the organization lives, this sort of spire.
Their clubhouse.
Their clubhouse. The office, some might say, where they work and live.
Cue the Office theme.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, but it is like a big castle with spires and stuff.
It's a big castle with spires. But again, it looks a lot like the Star Wars hallways, but white. It's just all this kind of white, techy, stuff.
Interesting.
It looks like the interiors of the Hollow Bastion castle, but cranked all the way up. It's so sci-fi.
I have not played Kingdom Hearts 3 yet.
Oh, God.
Is there a Star Wars universe in Kingdom Hearts 3?
No.
Do you think there will be in Kingdom Hearts 4?
That's my speculation, but...
Interesting. There's a lot that would go into that on both sides of like, yes, to put Star Wars in or no.
But I'll say this. Disney didn't own Star Wars when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out.
Oh.
Yeah, so if it was going to be anywhere, it'd be Kingdom Hearts 4. I have my doubts. We're going to have to talk, like, you know, we've been telling our listeners that this Kingdom Hearts 4 speculate, like, what worlds will be in it episode is coming. We're going to have a whole section in there about that.
Wait, what? Okay, what world do you want to see in Kingdom Hearts 4 more than any other world?
More than any other world? I mean, like, dude, why hasn't there been a Treasure Planet world? Like, fucking, come on, dude.
Actually, yeah. Wait a second.
Yeah, it's Treasure Planet.
Easily. Everybody loves Treasure Planet.
I know, everybody. Well, except for Disney. Disney hates Treasure Planet.
Well, that's true, yeah. They had Chicken Little in this game.
They had fucking Chicken Little. A movie one saw.
Can you believe the first summon was Chicken Little?
I know. The summons in this game were insane, and I loved them, but they were crazy. There's Chicken Little, there's Stitch, there's Genie dressed like Sora.
Yeah, I mean, and like, listen, you can go the entire game without using a single summon. It's fine.
It's true. You can just do the fusion forms, and it'll honestly kind of cover your bases.
Whereas in Kingdom Hearts 1, you kind of needed these summons. In Kingdom Hearts 2, you're like,
absolutely not.
I'm good. And then they did Peter Pan, which is not as good as Tinkerbell. Sorry. That's my opinion. But yeah, so you get to this weird spiry tower, and this is where like all the big crescendos happen. You reunite with Kairi. Naminé helps Kairi break out of imprisonment. We see this guy in an organization coat, and we've seen him before, and he's very tall. And Kairi takes his hood off, and it's Riku, but he's Ansem. He looks like Ansem.
He looks like Ansem from the first game.
Because he let the darkness take over so that he could defeat some bad guys. And then he turned into Ansem, and he's super ashamed of what it means that he has turned into Ansem and that he looks like Ansem.
Well, but the difference here is that in the first game, he looked like himself, but was acting like Ansem. In this game, he looks like Ansem, but he's acting like himself.
Yes.
And so you really do get the like, oh, what does this mean for us? But I feel like as an audience member, I was always like, well, you just look like that. Inside, you're obviously Riku. So like, don't worry about it, dog. It's okay.
Aww.
And Sora's heart knows that that's Riku. Yeah. And so like, as the party gets back together, Riku, he doesn't want Sora to see him like this, which is a super straight thing to do.
He's actually been hiding from Sora the whole game. He's like,
that's a super straight thing to do.
That's a super straight thing to do.
Don't let my boyfriend see me like this.
Don't let my boyfriend look at my hair's looking bad. I can't. But so when Sora reunites with Kairi, he's obviously super excited to see Kairi. He embraces Kairi, he hugs her, and then he sees Riku, and Sora falls to his knees and like holds Riku's hand and like weeps with joy.
You know,
that he's
like
found
straight boys who aren't in love with each other do.
Guy friends do.
Yeah, kind of
normal
how
behavior.
like Axel and Roxas, how they feel about each other.
Super
yeah,
normal.
Also acting very straight, very normal, very platonic.
Super heterosexual behavior. Although Roxas does love Shion. Axel, though, now that one, jury's still out. Then Diz, who's been this sort of mysterious figure throughout the game, rolls up and he takes his mask off. And what's been interesting about Diz, and I will talk about this in another episode because I have a lot of feelings about this in general. Diz's skin is brown and his eye is orange in his when his face is bandaged up. And that is the clear sort of visual signifier for Ansem, because Ansem has these like piercing orange eyes and this dark skin. And then when he takes the ribbons off, he's a white guy.
He's white. Yeah.
He's a white guy. And like when he takes the bandages off, I think their justification for it is like these dust kind of graphics sprinkle off of him. And I'm like, oh, it was dust on his face.
You were just dirty? Why make your eyes orange, though? Ain't no dirt do that.
They were just like trying to trick you.
Well, the eyes turning orange is like an indicator of his proximity to darkness, right? It's, the same way that, again, Anakin's eyes turn yellow when he accepts the dark side of the Force.
You know what?
Well,
you're right.
okay.
There's another moment I think it's in like the secret ending of this game and then also Birth by Sleep where like Terra's eyes turn orange when he gets close to the darkness. So that's an indicator that Diz is involved with the darkness. Now, just because he's the king of Radiant Garden, he had to be a white guy? Couldn't have taken off his bandages and been a brown guy?
Been brown still?
No? Yep. All right. Well, okay.
Super weird, and no one will ever mention it again.
Who is canonically brown in Kingdom Hearts, aside from the Disney characters?
Only Xehanort / Ansem, Seeker of Darkness.
Xehanort, okay.
Yeah, Xehanort.
And there's a lot of him, but it's just the one brown guy in the whole game, aside from certain Disney characters who are people of color. But like, canonically, the only like Kingdom Hearts character that I have seen, unless there's some stuff in the mobile games, it's the bad guy, and he's dark brown, and he's the darkest skinned character in the whole game, and that's it. That's then no one else is seen.
Thanks, Japan.
Well,
thanks.
I'm going to talk about this, and I like to affectionately refer to it as the Ganondorf problem, which is something that my brother did a video essay about in college, which I will talk about at another time. But there is this tendency in these sort of good guy, bad guy dichotomies in some of these games where the male bad guy is ethnic coded. And everybody else who is good, sometimes there's bad guys, but like the good characters are usually light-skinned. But we will talk about that at another time.
Wrong.
Anyway, Star Wars. So, Diz has this laser bomb that he's going to shoot directly at Kingdom Hearts, which is a heart-shaped moon that is forming in the sky above this tower.
They're making their own Kingdom Hearts, which is a thing you can just do. And
is that the Death Star?
A little bit.
See, this is what I'm saying. It's not going to stop from this point. It's not.
And Diz, nay Ansem the Wise, takes out this machine and is like, well, we hid Roxas from the organization by putting him in the Matrix. What if we just put Kingdom Hearts in the Matrix? What if we just took Kingdom Hearts and pushed it somewhere else?
Yep. And Diz is like, I'm going to shoot a laser at it and put it in the internet. That's literally what he does. That's literally his plan.
But no, Kingdom Hearts is too powerful for the laser.
Damn. Honestly,
like, oh no, the
not
internet.
The villain. He was just the earliest content creator.
Yeah, true.
Hey, you wouldn't download a Kingdom Hearts.
But he tries to digitize Kingdom Hearts and put it in the internet, and then it blows up, and then he disappears.
Yeah, it does not work. Kingdom Hearts cannot be quantified like that,
it can't.
baby.
It's the heart is beyond all logic, as we've seen with everybody who does science trying to do heart stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the other cool things in this section is there's like this Organization 13 graveyard, which is like holographic tombstones of all the organization members, and you can like fight them, which is fun.
Yeah, you fight all the rest of the organization. Like, this section is also a sick-ass boss rush where you fight like Zigbar and Sykes and Luxor like in quick succession.
All of the remaining survivors.
Some of the coolest fights in the whole game.
They're so good. And they're all, again, in this kind of neo-centric, techie boss arena vibe.
Yeah.
And so you get to the top of the tower, you see the Kingdom Hearts moon forming, and Kyrie's there. Oh, and also this is the part which I've talked about before where Kyrie gets a Keyblade and helps, but not really.
No.
It's so weird. And then Riku turns back into Riku.
Yeah, he gets blasted with the light of the exploding heart, and now he looks like himself again.
Yes, it makes sense. And then Riku gets his Keyblade, and Kyrie gets her Keyblade, and we get to the top of this tower, and then Roxas's like Force Ghost. I'm gonna just say Force Ghost and nominate
we're
Force
really
Ghost.
You're not
Star
wrong.
Wars.
I'm not, dude. That's what I'm saying. At this point, the subtext was text. The Force Ghosts roll up. The Metachlorians are popping off, and Naminé and Roxas, who are again Force Ghosts, are like, okay, it's time. It's time for us to like fully actualize ourselves within our two people. And so Kyrie holds Naminé's hand, and she, glows and disappears back into Kyrie. And then Sora does the same with Roxas. And so the thing that's cool about it is like, no matter if we don't see each other again, which is something that Naminé said early on, we'll be together. As long as Sora and Kyrie are together, we get to be together, which is funny because Roxas is in love with Xion. But it's a nice sentiment because they are friends and they they've gone through the trenches together. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And then we get into Xemnas boss fight. Xemnas has lightsabers. I'm not kidding. He's got 2 red light beams that shoot out of his hand. We just, we went through all the organization members. His weapon is called interdiction. I don't know what it means. But what's cool about this boss fight is Sora and Riku get to fight together. And the final cool, like, reaction command-esque moment in this final boss fight is Xemnas summons hundreds of these lightsaber beam bullets, and Riku and Sora go back to back, and they be spinning them keyblades so fast that they deflect all the arrows, and Xemnas is defeated.
It's so cool. It's
great.
The real, like, Riku and Sora had been on opposite sides, and then one was hiding from the other, and they spent like 2 or 3 games so far apart, and it's like finally they come together, and they're so cool together.
It's so
a satisfying moment. You've been waiting so long for this, and it's happening.
When people say peak, this is what they're talking about.
Literally.
And so you defeat Xemnas, and the evil plan has been eliminated. And then in the aftermath, Riku and Sora are separated because to go and fight Xemnas, they're like, we have to go. You guys stay here. It's dangerous in there. Classic situation.
Yeah, they like fight him. It's not clear if they're going to fight him in the Dark Realm or if they're like fighting him in like a non-space.
It's
and
like
then
a neo
when that collapses, they end up in the Dark Realm. It's like
exactly.
Not really clear.
And so they land on this beach that we saw at the very beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2. It's this dark beach, and it's kind of like the fringes of existence. It's like the last sort of shreds. And so Riku and Sora kind of think like, well, I guess we're stuck here now. A sentiment that will be felt by other characters in the future. But as they're sitting on this beach, kind of, admitting to themselves that, like, we might be stuck here forever, and that was a worthy sacrifice.
Resigned to their fate.
Resigned to their fate of being trapped in this world forever with no way home. The same message in a bottle that Kairi sent at the very beginning of the game lands on the beach, and Sora reads it. And as he reads it, you hear Kairi sort of reading it in her voice. And then across the ocean in this darkness, this beautiful glowing halo light emerges on the crest, and it sort of envelops everything. And Sora and Riku make it back to Destiny Islands. They're home. Yeah. And Kairi's there. And Donald and Goofy are there. And like everybody's safe. And Mickey's there and hugs Riku.
And a soft version of Sanctuary by Utada Hikaru's playing.
And the final moment that will stick with me forever is Sora is just like happily being embraced by his 2 dads in the ocean. And he looks up. And he sees Kairi, and Kairi's like, similarly to a scene from the very beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1 where Sora wakes up and Kairi's looking down at him. And he looks up, and for a moment, the light shines into the camera, and we see Roxas, and he's smiling. And you look up, and you cut to Kairi, and she's looking down, and she's smiling. And the light cuts across the camera, and it's Naminé. Sora says, we're back. And Kairi says, you're home. And she reaches her hand out to Sora, and Sora looks like he's gonna high-five her, and he grips her hand so hard, and in his hand, into her hand, is the Oathkeeper keychain. This promise that they made to each other that when they'd be reunited, they would pass it back and forth to each other. And that is the end of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Wow. Everybody's back and everybody's friends and there's light and it's shining and everything's awesome.
And that's the end of the series. No other games happen after that.
It could have been.
Yeah, it could have been.
It really was. It was a moment where it really could have been.
Yeah, it seemed that way for a while.
Yeah, had it been that, I think that would have been okay. I think.
Well, this would have been really great. And like that could have been a really satisfying ending, except for 2 things. The 2 different ending scenes of this game.
Oh,
correct. Yes. The secret endings. Tell them about it.
There's one, Sora, Riku, and Kairi, exclusively in that order, hanging out on the beach at Destiny Island. Old friends. They're leaning up against that curved tree and looking out at the sunset once more. And another message in a bottle washes up on the beach. It's got the seal of the king.
Yep.
Mickey's 3 circles. They open it up, they start reading it, and the camera like fades into the background and we pull back to a wide shot. And like obviously that's their next call to adventure. So even though everything's nice, it seems like there's still something left to do. And that's the send up to like, and there's gonna be a next one.
Yep.
And then there's also the secret ending to Kingdom Hearts 2. The secret ending to Kingdom Hearts 2 is one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
How do you get that secret ending?
You have to 100% complete Jiminy's journal before
Which
the
means
end.
you got to do all the Atlanticas. You got to do all the puzzles. You got to do all the
Winnie the
things.
Poohs, all the puzzles, all of the mushroom battles, all of the everything.
Everything.
You have to get. You have to beat Sephiroth.
Ultima weapon.
One of the
you have to beat
hardest
Sephiroth,
fights.
which is
God. Yeah, okay,
brutal.
no.
Yeah.
So you get to the end, and it's a barren wasteland, and there's what looks like Sora's Keyblade, Mickey's Keyblade, and Riku's Keyblade stabbed down into the dust. These three people in crazy looking armor come over and pick them up, but they've got their own Keyblades, so everybody's dual wielding. And then the camera pulls back, and they're pulling them up from the center of a crossroads where the sides of the road, like the what would normally be a grass field, is littered with hundreds of Keyblades.
Right.
Hundreds of Keyblades. We just got used to somebody having 2 Keyblades. We just got used to more than 4 people having them at all. And now there's hundreds?
Yeah.
And this dude comes out of the distance, staring them down, and they look off in the distance holding our heroes' Keyblades and their own, ready to fight.
Yep.
And that was all we were left with for a couple years. The secret ending to Final Mix Kingdom Hearts 2 picks up where that left off with one of the sickest anime fights of all time. Looked so good in the 3D graphics of the era. This old man comes out of the distance, summons a dark minion who has his own dark Keyblade, and they have the sickest Keyblade battle across this landscape that you've ever seen in your entire life. In the middle of it, the old man actually summons Kingdom Hearts, and it looks like all is lost. The knights all take their helmets off. One of them's a woman we don't know. One of them might be Roxas.
Yeah.
And another one looks just like Xehanort, but without the dark hair.
And
he
he's a
takes
good
his
guy.
helmet off, and that's when his eyes turn orange as though he's accepted the darkness.
Yep.
Who are these people? Who is any of this? Why are there hundreds of Keyblades? What is happening? I have no idea.
Yep. And do you want to know what the next game was? Take bets. You're not going to get it. Do you want to know what the next game was in Kingdom Hearts release order? Kingdom Hearts Coded in 2008. In November 18th, 2008, we got Kingdom Hearts Coded, which was released on mobile phones in Japan.
Yep.
And then in December of that same year, we got Kingdom Hearts Mobile, which was basically a re-release of Kingdom Hearts 1 on cell phones, also in Japan. And then a year after that, in 2009, we got 358/2 Days, which was the Roxas backstory.
Yeah.
And then in 2010, 5 years after the secret ending with these characters, we get Birth by Sleep, which was on the PSP, which is where you learn about who they are.
And that was that. And this is the moment, actually. So I saw that secret ending, and I was like, wow, these knights, something about these iconic Keyblades that our main characters have had is part of some larger thing. Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be about this. I can't wait. I picked apart that video. I had theories. I had notes. And I was like, wow, Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be so epic. And then 4 years passed, and then they were like, and all of that stuff was leading up to Birth by Sleep, a prequel game.
Yep.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
I was so in, and I've never gone from so far in to so far out so quickly.
Yep.
But that's only because Kingdom Hearts 2 is sick. It left it in its satisfying place, and then the secret ending was one of the coolest anime moments I've ever seen in my life.
It was incredible.
It's because Kingdom Hearts 2 is so cool. She is that girl.
She is that girl.
She's so good and so epic and so grand a scale that you crave more.
It's true.
Now, because y'all played Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have, yes. Mm-hmm.
What makes Kingdom Hearts 2 that girl and Kingdom Hearts 3 not that girl?
That's a really good question.
I know that's a heavy loaded question.
No, that's a good question.
You know what I think it is? Because Kingdom Hearts 2, there was only a chain of memories worth of stuff that happened off screen that you need to know about for Kingdom Hearts 2, and they do a decent job of recapping it.
Yeah.
For Kingdom Hearts 3, you need to have known what happened in Birth by Sleep. You need to have known what happened in 358/2 Days.
Dream Drop Distance.
You need to have known what happened in Dream Drop Distance on the 3DS.
And 2.8 chapter prologue and fragmentary passage. You need to know about that stuff too.
If you didn't play all of these side games, you wouldn't know who major characters in Kingdom Hearts 3 even are.
And why they're important and why it's sad to see them again. Like
Aqua, who's one of the knights from the secret ending, who's one of the main characters of Birth by Sleep, the main character of 0.2 Fragmentary Passage, is a huge part of Kingdom Hearts 3. And if you didn't play those side games, you would not know who she is.
Crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the reason I think Kingdom Hearts 2 is that girl and Kingdom Hearts 3 is not, is like they overloaded on the amount of stuff you had to have from the side games.
Totally agree completely. Yeah, Oscar, final thoughts on Kingdom Hearts 2? Takeaways, feelings?
Listen, Kingdom Hearts 2, I agree, is that girl 1,000%. The combat is a lot sharper. It's just a more fun game. I think Kingdom Hearts 1 is a fun game, is incredible. The concept of Kingdom Hearts was so audacious that you were kind of like, whoa, what a concept, what a world, what a story. Kingdom Hearts 2 is like, you don't have the benefit of like continuing being overwhelmed by the story. The story's there.
Yeah.
So you have to rely on actual gameplay, which is the fundamental element on video games,
Yes.
you know? And on top of that, story beats pay off in Kingdom Hearts 2 in a way that is incredibly satisfying that to me didn't really happen in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah.
A lot of it was set up and not really like sort of a cyclical moment. Kingdom Hearts 2 felt like a complete package and a great way to end the chapter. That's why I'm so resistant to play Kingdom Hearts 3, because in my mind, I'm like, oh, the story's already been told. And also people told me that the third one isn't as good. The Roxas part is the only the
prologue, the summer.
The prologue was just, summer was too long. Summer was just a little bit too long, but everything else fires on all cylinders and it builds into a really fun place. Unexpected places
Absolutely.
too.
So, well said.
And I think that it got rid of the things that didn't work as well, like platforming, and really refined and built upon the things that were working well or could have worked better, like gummy ship combat and just combat in general. Like it became a combat-centric game. The world design complemented that. Everything became much more arena style. Everything was more in support of environments that allowed you to do cool things with fighting. It is that girl. Yeah,
I think that they looked at the first one and they were like, all of this serves the story we're telling, all of this serves like the kind of game we were trying to make without a precursor. You know, I've seen interviews that like Nomura was very inspired by Super Mario and that's where Kingdom Hearts 1 came out.
Yes.
Like specifically Super Mario 64.
They wanted a contemporary for PlayStation that felt complementary to Mario 64.
So I feel like when they were making Kingdom Hearts 2, they were like, okay, we now have a basics. We want you to feel as epic a hero as Sora's supposed to be by the end of the story. How do we design our game systems to give you that feeling?
Yeah.
You know, the first one was like, how do we give you that exploratory feeling where you're having fun with your friends? The second one's like, how do we make you feel like a Keyblade master when you're playing it?
Yeah. And they did.
The other thing that I'll say too is about Kingdom Hearts is Kingdom Hearts 2, as the game grows with you, I think a lot of the reason why we love Kingdom Hearts is because we grew up playing Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
100%.
And especially with the sort of Final Fantasy meets Disney, a lot of Kingdom Hearts 1, in terms of like the colors that they use, the aesthetic of it was very like Disney. Yeah. And I said it in the Kingdom One's episode that like, it's okay to still hold on to that childhood wonder, even as you're like growing older. But Kingdom Hearts 2 does the opposite, I think, which is like, we can still retain that stuff, but let's not forget, baby, we're emo.
We're growing up. We're
getting older.
teens.
The color palette is darker.
Yes.
Even the worlds that we're visiting are a little bit more intense.
Yeah.
We go to Mulan World in the middle of a war.
Mulan World, Tron.
We go to the Beast Castle.
Beast Castle, yeah.
Right. And it's not pretty. Like, very few. I mean, Atlantica is the exception, I think.
Yeah.
But even the Lion King world is like, it's very much set in that time in the Lion King where Scar has taken over the country.
3.
Yes.
And
It's
like
Act 3
everything
Lion
is
King.
bad.
Yeah.
Right.
You're right.
So it's not even that sort of positive, sort of hopeful game. It's like, oh, we're at our lowest point. How does Sora get out of that
How
point?
do we persist?
And to me, it's a metaphor on our teenage years, on the fact of like our bodies are changing, things are looking pretty grim. Like you know, I don't know about y'all, but I was bullied down. So I was like, how do I, this is my act.
Oh, you
too.
think you get like this by not being bullied relentlessly throughout all of childhood? Yeah, no.
Yeah, you think cool people start podcasts? You're crazy. No.
No, girl.
Jesus.
Ain't no way, girl.
And I do think it's a testament to like, we are Sora. We are capable of getting it together, even though we feel lost and our bits are broken. The world is trying to get at us and it feels insurmountable. We have the capability of getting it together with friends, of course, and defeating the insurmountable odds.
Absolutely. Yeah, it feels defiant. It's a triumph across the board as a design, as a game, as a story. It's triumphant and it's very joyful and powerful and overcoming this like moody, dark teenage angst that does overtake you. And like in a way, the dark beach being like the moody teen world taking over, and like you still have to get back to Destiny Islands.
And also,
yes,
where does teen moodiness come from? I think a large portion of where teen moodiness itself comes from is because you're finally reaching a point in your life where, like, prior to that, you're told who you are by your parents and by your school and by your environment, and you're finally trying to, like, forge your own identity out of yourself. And the moodiness comes from having to tell people around you, no, I'm not who you thought I was.
Yeah.
And that's Roxas.
That's
and
Roxas.
that's Sora. And that's Riku in this game. That's the game itself. Like I said, Kingdom Hearts 1 was all, like, blank page trying to figure out what it was. Kingdom Hearts 2 is taking the parts that work, getting rid of the parts that don't work, and like solidifying its identity as Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
And so like that's where teen moodiness comes from. It comes from having to rebel because people are trying to tell you who you are, and you know you're starting to learn who you are on your own terms.
Absolutely.
So I think it's a perfect metaphor for that time in your life.
Yeah. I also just had the intrusive thought that the Heartless are like hormones, but I don't know how to factor that in yet. So I'll keep noodling on it, but it feels a little like, you know, those little, when you feel like your body's full of ants, you know?
I do know that.
Period.
Everything feels a little, you know?
You're uncomfortable and you're trying to like live
like,
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
exactly.
like teenage years, aren't we like little heartless in a body of a nobody?
Yeah, the nobody is like us trying to like feel like who we are, and like it's like this empty shell because it's not truly who we are. And the heartless is like the little goblin inside of us that's like, I'm a little guy. Yeah. I don't know. But that's Kingdom Hearts 2. It's a wonderful time, and we are about to get into some very interesting other games that aren't Kingdom Hearts 2 after this.
Yeah, I feel like this is like up to this point in our podcast, we've really sort of been following the linear progression of the story, and now we're getting to the point where the linear progression of the story really stops and takes its time to explore other stuff. So like, I feel like maybe that will free us up to meander a little bit more as well.
100%. But until next time, Oscar, thank you so much for joining us in the Gummy Ship to chronicle our travels. Tell us a little bit more about where people can find you, what worlds they can visit you on, perhaps.
Yeah.
This was a delight. As always, y'all are the best.
Oh my God, you're the best.
You can follow me at Ozzymo, ZZYMO, on, social media to find out what I'm up to.
Partially a new Dimension 20 season that is premiering at this time.
Right.
The Gladlands.
Yes, Gladlands. It's happening on Dimension 20. But hey, baby, if you think that's all the TTRPG I do, no. You go on YouTube and you go to Tales Unrolled.
Yes, girl.
For some real Latinx content. Yes, actual play with Mayanna, Luis Carasso. It's just, the cast is just stellar.
Truly.
But yeah, check me out on all those platforms, please.
Hell yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you both so much for joining us on Simple and Clean. I've been Mayanna.
I've been Mischa.
And I'm Pence.
Yeah, and Pence.
As always, may your heart be your guiding key.